Alright, we're here. The door's just opened right now. This is how we ended up setting up the table. The table's 2 feet longer than my previous video. I hope you can hear us, by the way. I'm not using my remote mic, so we'll see how well this Garmin Ultra 30 camera picks up the audio here. So anyway, having a bigger table makes it a lot nicer. You know, the one where I did the video, it stopped right here, so I had to squeeze stuff and yet have an open area. This has been a hit. Yesterday we filled this thing 3 times, but it was a pretty good setup because most people they stand about right here, and then they tell their stories or ask questions. So I rearranged this. We got the grease on top, some of the notable products here. It turned out after yesterday, by the way, of everything on this booth, the 2-cycle oil, I think, had more discussion than anything else. People identified us by the 2-cycle oil. Anyway, I had the booth put to the back of the building. People head this way on the way to the restrooms. There's actually good traffic. Yesterday morning we had really good traffic. But here's the problem. They put this grain bin right in front of our booth happens to be right in front of a grain bin. On the little map you couldn't see it. And this is a big place. There's about 25 aisles that go down this way. And as you can see, there's a lot of vendors here. A lot of vendors. But you know, you never know until you work one of these show booths what you're going to do next time. You got to learn. So there's a quick overview. They just opened up the door, so the traffic will be coming in here in a moment. And we'll continue with this video a little bit later.
Okay, here is the debriefing part of the video. I just wanted to note some things that I learned for next time. It's been a while since I've done a booth, so I got myself a little rusty, I see, but basically when you do a booth, of course, review it for easy loading and setup. That's key. Had no problem loading or getting it set up, but takedown became a big mess because after these shows, there's usually pressure to clear out before a certain time, and everybody grabs all the resources and clogs up the loading ramp and all of that stuff. So I did have a dolly with me that did simplify things. If you have access to a cart or something like that, of course, it's going to make it even easier. Sometimes parking's an issue, so you want to always consider those things first. Also, try to plan to do about 3 of these a year. You'll get really good at it, and you'll come up with your own way to reach out to prospects. So 3 a year is minimum, and there's quite a bit of these going on all around the country. Avoid taking full boxes. That was a big mistake. All those boxes you see in the picture are full. I was actually taking inventory from my Sioux Falls stores to the Omaha store, so I left that stuff in the van and decided to use it. But I had to make like 6 trips to load the van again, and I should have just dropped off the products and grabbed some extra empty boxes, or just emptied the boxes themselves. Boxes are sometimes a lot easier than literature to make your point, so something else to consider. Another thing, have a notebook to take down your prospect's name and email. Another thing that I forgot, this show wasn't that busy, but still in the morning I could have asked people, hey, can I get your email and your name and your email, and we'll keep you updated on things, you know, the local people. So that's helpful, and also to have something. Well, by the way, just to mention that you'll get a lot of enthusiasts, so they are interested in Amsoil. It's not like you're being pushy, but have something to draw for, maybe a sweater, some type of a package of fuel additive or something like that, and use a box to drop business cards in, so not only you can keep their attention a little bit longer, but when you go back, it's a bonus for future newsletters, or if you want to feature a product and send out, because it's extremely useful to have a huge network of customers to send emails to. All right, so the next thing on large, this is just for larger venues. When you sign up for your booth, this is what I didn't do. Ask about the vendors around you. Get a map and look at it. They should send you a map where you're going to be. And consider where the larger amounts of traffic are going to be, like food stands. Is there a break area, eating area, seating? Where the entrance doors and the exit doors are. I've learned from this show to avoid the more spread out booths. Put your booth in an area where the smaller booths are all lined up, because you'll avoid getting people that are just trying to hurry by. The bigger booths, that's what I noticed was happening. People just walk right through it and they miss all the smaller booths on the other side. You'll see that type of setup. So try to look for an aisle where it's just a bunch of smaller booths, not the left side's all the smaller booths and the right side is 2 or 3 vendors. And the last point that I'll make is something I already mentioned. Take a cart or a hand truck with you. Many of these larger venues have services. They'll help you in the beginning of the show, and there was actually people out there you could load your stuff on these little golf cart things, which is really helpful. But after the show, it's nearly impossible. I think the first people they were helping at this show were all the big, trying to get the semi-trucks out the door. Things you definitely want to consider and be ready for, because getting out of there can be quite an issue. I think you've got enough information here, so we'll end it here. But again, if you have any comments or anything you'd like to add, please put it in the comments area below this video and others can enjoy. Alright, till next time, thanks again.